Yo, what's poppin', y'all? It's Tyler X2K back with another build video for y'all. So y'all like the last one, I did a little 6'6" guard build. This one's gonna be a little bit different because we're gonna be giving you 5 builds in this video. So it doesn't matter what position you want to play, point guard, shooting guard, power forward, small forward, center. No matter who you are, where you're from, you're gonna have a build for by the end of this video. So I hope y'all are gonna enjoy this video, man. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get straight into it. Alright, so let's go ahead and hop into this first build, man. So this is gonna be for all my small guards, and yeah, so your hand obviously don't matter. It's gonna be the same for all these builds. It doesn't matter, none of that on that screen. Now this matters a lot. So we're gonna go on this build, we're gonna go a 6'4", we're gonna go a 210, and we're gonna go a 6'7" wingspan. Just keep it like that. So should I go in order? I know I went in order last video. This one I'm gonna jump around a little bit. So we're gonna start off with what everyone cares about. We're gonna jump this 3-point shot all the way up to a 91. Why a 91? Well, we're gonna be using the shooting build specialization, so we're gonna be able to get up to a 93 after y'all get your 2 shooting cap breakers from that. So we're gonna keep it at 91 for now. The mid-range will keep it 81 and our free throw 70, so that's your shooting stats already. An 80 mid-range is really all you need. The 81 is just there because if we drop it down, it's obviously going to drop the 3-point with it. So this is going to be for y'all small guards, y'all shooters, y'all want to get them green beans in on lock all day long. This is for y'all. So let's hop into the playmaking. Pass act, we're gonna jump this all the way up to a not a 71 like a lot of people like to run, but a 75 because we are a point guard on this build. Y'all want to be able to pass the ball. Y'all could even tweak the build a little bit, go for the 82 if you want to rock with the gold dimer, but I think 75 is good enough for now. Now this ball handle, we're gonna jump all the way up to a 92. Now this is gonna give us access to all the best dribble moves in the game. Enough said, I think. And our speed with ball, pretty much every build is going to get an 86 speed with ball because you can use your max +2 badges on this one and get you a nice legend lightning launch if you prefer, or you could use a tier 1 if you only need the Hall of Fame. Completely up to you, man. It doesn't matter. Defenses, why not? Bring your interior up to 45. You're not primarily a interior defender, obviously, so it doesn't matter that much. Our perimeter 85, that is the sweet spot for defenses, for your primary defense. 85, if you can get either of those, 85 interior on like a guard, or sorry, perimeter on a guard, or like, you know, your forwards and your centers, 85 plus on the interiors, sweet spot, man. Now the steals, we're gonna jump this up to a 79. No higher than that though, because steals are just so inconsistent on this game this year. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. And the block, we're gonna keep it at 35. This 79 steal is gonna give us access to both silver glove and interceptor. If y'all want to put up, you know, your max pluses on these badges, I wouldn't recommend it, but that's completely up to y'all, like I said. Let's jump to the rebounding. Our O rebound is going to stay at 25, and so is our offensive. We're not even going to touch those, so they should already be how they are. You're a 6'4" guard, man, so you're not going to be getting many rebounds to begin with, even if you did jump this up to a 60 to get bronze rebound chaser. I see a lot of YouTubers this year, you know, giving these small guards such high rebound stats when they're not going to be getting rebounds unless they're wide open. So it doesn't really matter that much in my opinion. Our speed, we're gonna jump up to an 89, not a 90. I feel like, in my opinion, 89 slept on. If you want to go for 90 and tweak the build a little bit, go for it if you think you need the 90 speed, because there is a lot of fast players on the court this year. But I think 89 is plenty for the meta currently. Our agility, we're gonna jump up to 85. Strength, we're gonna bring up to 50. And our vert, we're gonna bring up to a 75. Now you already know what that's going to be for. We're going to get that posterizer, so let's jump right over here. Bring this drive and dunk all the way up to an 89. That's going to give y'all the contact dunks, man. And y'all know the contact dunks this year are insane. Like, literally broken. And, you know, just bring that standing dunk up to a 36, that post control up to a 44, and that's the build, brother. So let's go over it. Well, let's go ahead and just look at everything we got, right? So we have the 89 dunk. Y'all are gonna be able to dunk the ball whenever you want. If you want to use a max +2, get it up to Hall of Fame, that posterizer, that would be absurd. Yeah, man, like, I don't even know there's much more I need to be said. Like, this is one of the best builds on the 6.4 you can get at the moment, and I've been cooking up in the lab the most I can. But shit, man, let's just confirm it and let's go check out our shades. So we got Damian Lillard, Steve Francis, Kevin Johnson. We got the two-way 3-point slasher. No weaknesses. Peep it. No weaknesses. Y'all can't tell me this ain't a good build. Like, if y'all are looking to make a small guard this year, this is one of your best options. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. You know, like I said, go with that shooting build specialization, get you up to a 93. You'll have all the badges you want without even having to use max pluses in it. That gold set shot, you already should have gold set shot. Let me confirm that real quick, because I believe it's at 90, right? Yeah, man, you already got that. So you'll have at the 93 3-point, you're gonna get that gold limitless range. You're gonna get that gold deadeye naturally. You know, no maxes needed for those. And you know, if you want to bring up your other stuff with the you know, the max badge elevators, go for it, bro. But this is gonna be our point guard video, or point guard build for this video. Like, no weaknesses, bro. Branks ankle breakers, ice in the veins, explosive on the rim too, and you're super fast, bro. You really can't beat this build if you're rocking with a small guard. We're gonna hop into the next build now. All right, and so now coming in at the 2, our shooting guard build. So this is gonna be another 6'6". I know I already did a video on a meta 6'6", but low key, if I could tweak that build a little bit, this is exactly what I would do to it. So bring that weight down to a 95 and bring that wingspan down to a 6'6". So pretty similar so far, but we're gonna be keeping in mind that build specialization. So let's bring this 3-point up. What are we gonna bring it up to? We're not gonna bring it up to a 75, not a 85, not a 80, 87. Now why 87? Well, if you use your 2 cap breakers from the build specialization shooting, guess what? You're gonna get that gold set shot specialist. You're gonna get the silver limitless. You're gonna get the silver deadeye and shifty shooter. So 87, easy money, because you're gonna be even still good before you get those cap breakers access to. So yeah, and the mid range is 80, man. Like I said, that's the perfect sweet spot. This is gonna be a pretty similar build to both the last point guard small guard I just showed y'all, as well as the 6'6" point guard I did in the last build video. So yeah, so this one's not gonna be as crazy of a passer as the last build, but still 71, man. That's still, like, I would say the sweet spot in between 71 and 75. And this one's gonna be pretty similar as well. We're gonna go 86 for ball handle and 86 for speed with ball. We're gonna get that legend lightning launch if you choose to put your +2 into that. 86 ball handle, you're not gonna have all the dribble moves in the game, but you're still gonna have access to most of the best ones in the game. Now your drive and dunk, let's bring it up to an 89, and we'll talk more about that later. Let's get into the defenses. We're gonna, like I said, 85, man. You gotta have that 85. We're gonna bring the interior up a little bit to 50, but we're not gonna touch it too much more than that. Just so you know, if somebody does try to run into the paint and you find yourself in the paint, because you're gonna find yourself having to guard the interior even as a guard in, like, say 2v2s. So yeah, I think that's a good sweet spot for that. And then we'll bring our block up a little bit to 40. It's kind of just using extra stats. Yeah. And same with the rebounding. We're just going to thump some extra stats into there. You know, 31, 48. You're going to be able to get rebounds a little bit better than the small guard, just because you're naturally a little bit taller and have slightly better stats. But I find that even on a 6'6" build, you're not getting no rebounds over even like a 6'8", or like obviously anybody bigger than that. So there's not a whole lot of purpose to be putting much stats into it. Now for the speed, we're going to be doing a low-key underrated speed, which is in my opinion 88. It's not the fastest you can get, but you're going to be faster than, I'd say, 95% of the competition on the court. You're going to be just slipping past everybody. In the agility, we're going to go with the 85. Why 85? I feel like it's a pretty good sweet spot. Strength, we're gonna be rocking with a 71. Get that immovable enforcer on bronze. And our vert ain't gonna be as important on on this build as the last build, but we're gonna bring it up to an 80. And all these other stats over here, we're just gonna dump a few extra points into the standing dunk to get it up to a 40. And yeah, man, that's your shooting guard build. So let's check this one out. What is this one looking like? So we got Eddie Jones, Anthony Edwards, Donovan Mitchell, all good players. Two-way three-point slasher. Not the best names, not the craziest names I know, but look at that at the bottom right as well. No weaknesses. I'm giving y'all the best builds, man. I don't know what more proof you want. Even 2K knows that these builds have no weaknesses. These are the best builds, bro. I don't know how else you want me to put it. Like, this is your 6'6" right here, man. This is your shooting guard at your 2. But let's go ahead and hop into our small forward at the 3, because I think this next build is like saucy. And in at the 3, we're gonna have our small forward build. So I don't know if y'all are noticing the pattern. We went from 6'4" to 6'6". Now we're at 6'8". So this isn't the biggest small forward you can make, obviously, but it's also not the same meta 6'8" that everybody else is rocking. Now this is like, it's kind of like a meta, but like I kind of put my own spin onto this one. This is like a build that I was cooking up not too long ago, like just honestly recently. So the 3-point, we're gonna keep it pretty similar to the last build though, and we're gonna be rocking that 87. We're gonna be rocking that 80 midi, and we're gonna bring our free throw up to 68. So once again, we're gonna go with that shooting build specialization. So we're gonna get that 89. We're gonna get that gold set shot and the silver limitless, all of that good stuff. And this one's gonna be a little bit different. We're gonna put our our speed with ball up to 75, because we're gonna get that silver lightning launch. So if y'all want to put your max +2 and get the Hall of Fame lightning launch, you're not gonna have access to the legend one on this build, but naturally you're not going to. This is a 6'8", not a 6'6", not a 6'4", 6'8". Still gonna have access to a Hall of Fame lightning launch, and also have access to all the same dribble moves that our 6'6" has, because we're at the same ball handle at an 86. Now this is where a little bit of controversy might come in, because some of y'all might not agree with this, but whenever I go into detail about what this build is all about, and you'll be able to see by the stats themselves, we're gonna be rocking that 82 pass accuracy for that gold dimer. So this is gonna be like a 3-and-D type of build, as well as like an assist god, because that gold dimer is gonna be putting in that work, whether y'all can see it or not. It's gonna be putting in work. So the interiors, we're gonna put this thing up to an 82. We're gonna be getting some good defenses from that, I promise you. And we're not gonna stop there, because our perimeter, we're going up to a 91. This is an absolute lockdown build, and this is what this build is meant to be. This is what I built it for. This is its purpose, if you will. And our steal, we're gonna be losing out a little bit. We're not gonna go all the way up to a 79 this time around, because to be honest with you, I just feel like the steal isn't worth going really that much. Like, the 79 helps because you can, you know, pick the ball up whenever you do steal it, but we're still gonna have it on bronze. And if you really want to put like a max +1 or something on it because you love having your glove silver, go for it. But yeah, our block, string it up to 74. We're gonna get that bronze paint patroller. Yep. And our rebounding, so this build's gonna be a little bit better at getting rebounds. Bring the O rebound up to a 40-62. Naturally, we're taller, so we're gonna be getting rebounds over all the past builds I just showed you, because we're just naturally a bigger person. Now, if y'all are wanting a rebounding builds, that's gonna be saved for the 4 spot and the 5 spot. So yeah, we're gonna be going with the same speed as the last build, 88, max it out. Our agility is gonna be rocking to 80. You know, I think that's a nice sweet spot as well. And the strength, we're gonna bring up to a nice 85. We're gonna be super strong. Look at that gold immovable enforcer, Hall of Fame strong handle naturally, silver brick wall, silver post lockdown. Man, this is the lockdown build, man. If y'all are looking for a lockdown build, this is the one for y'all. So that vert, let's bring it up to a 65 real quick. This is not going to be the craziest finishing build, because that is the last category we have, but that doesn't mean you're not going to be able to finish on this build, because we're going to be rocking the 73 driving dunk. Now the purpose of this build is not to jam the ball in, it's to lock down the opponents, be able to handle the ball when you need to, and shoot that ball when you need to. And you're going to be damn good doing it, because you're going to be just as good as the guards at shooting that ball. We're going to bring the standing dunk up to a 40. It's not important. Everything else here, we'll bring the driving layup to a 75, and we're done. And, you know, just to get that layup mix master, if y'all want it, if y'all don't, feel free to tweak the build, man, just like always. But this is our small forward build. This is that lockdown build. This is that pass the ball when needed, handle the ball when needed. This is the all-around build. Now, obviously, you're not going to be as good as dunking the ball as you would on any of the last builds. Excuse me, sorry. But, man, I think the bronze posterizer is good enough. But look at those shades, man. Jalen Williams, Scottie Pippen, Paul Pierce. Two-way three-point shot hunter. Not the craziest names. And our only weakness on this one is not very good of a defensive rebounder. But he's only a 6'8", man. You're not going to be the primary rebounder regardless. That's what I'm trying to like jam into y'all's minds. If you're not a primary rebounder, you do not have to have crazy rebound. Like, why even waste the investment on the attributes if you're going to get one rebound every 10 games, you know? So now if y'all do want those rebounding builds, we're going to hop right into those right now at the 4 spot with the power forward. All right, and now we're on the 4th build at the power forward spot. And now's probably a good time to mention that I'm not out here copying other people's builds, man. I'm cooking up these own builds for y'all. So like these are my own community builds, man. These ain't copied from no one else. These are my own. So these aren't gonna be the typical power forward builds you're gonna see running around the park. This is gonna be like your own thing, you feel me? So 7-footer for the power forward. Now you probably expect the center to be 7'4" now, don't you? But you would be wrong. But stick around to the end of the video in the next build for that. So we're gonna go 7 foot, we're gonna go 215, and we're gonna go the 7'6" wingspan. So in this one, let's just be real here. We're bringing this all the way up to a 91 on this driving dunk. We're gonna be an absolute god jamming that ball in. No issues whatsoever, I don't believe. And that standing dunk, we're going to bring it up to an 81 as well. So if you do find yourself under the rim, guess what? No problem. You're going to be able to jam it in all you want. Now this one's not going to be the craziest at shooting, but we are going to max it out at that 78. So what are you going to get at the 78? You're going to get the silver set shot, and you're going to get the bronze deadeye. Now, obviously not the craziest shooter, but we're going to go with that 80 midi as well. And we're going to bring this free throw up to a 71, just throw some extra attributes at it. So why the 78? Well, to be honest with you, it's mainly because this is not a shooting oriented build, but if you do find yourself in the corner getting past the ball, as long as you know your jumper, you're gonna have no issues making it with the silver set shot, if you ask me. As long as you know you're doing your rhythm shooting and all that, because rhythm shooting is absolutely busted this year. You're gonna be sinking through them threes, no problem. Now obviously you're not gonna be throwing them from half court like you are on the small guard build, or even the 6'6", or possibly even the 6'8" I just gave y'all. But you're still gonna be able to sink them from the line, no problem whatsoever with that 78. Now this one's going to be a little bit of a playmaker too, with that gold dimer at 82. And we're not going to have the craziest ball handle stats because this is a big man build. This is our build. We're going to have another big man build after this, which I think is a little bit better. But depending on your play style, this one might be better for you. So we're going to bring that interior up to the clean 85 sweet spot. And our steel's not going to be too crazy on this build. We're going to be rocking the 67. Now that you're a big man, you're not gonna be able to like run around and catch steals in the first place. So all you really need is both of the badges on bronze, you know, just to at least have the badge. You know, you're not gonna be getting the most craziest steals in the world on any big man, really. Our block though, a little bit different. We're gonna have that 93. We're gonna have access to gold paint patroller. If you throw a max +2 on that, guess what? That's a legend paint patroller. So that's a legend badge right there. You have access to it if you choose to go down that route. I'll increase my perimeter on this build as well to 45 just to have, you know, a little bit better defense around the perimeter. And then let's get into the rebounds. The rebounds is going to be a little crazy on this one. You're a 7-footer, so we're going to bring the O rebound up to a 70, but we're going to bring the D rebound up to a 92. And I believe they do like stack on top of each other, so if you have a better defensive rebound, you're going to be able to get offensive rebounds a little bit easier as well. So yeah, and we're going to bring that speed up to a 75. Now that's pretty damn fast for a 7-footer. You're only like 10 behind most of what everybody is running, which is at 85. Now obviously you are going to be obviously slower than them, but if you're doing your own thing, man, you're not going to be that slow. Like a lot of big mans have a lot slower stat than that, so in my opinion that's a pretty good one. And bring that strength up to a 72 and that vert to a 83 while you're at it, and that's the build for y'all. So just look at this, bro. Hall of Fame high flying denier. Man, the silver posterizer naturally. You can bring that up to Hall of Fame, man. And if you want to, well, so for other builds, right, we went with the shooting specialty. If this one you go with the finisher, you get that gold posty. But actually, no, I'm lying, because our max is a 91. So I'm not really sure what you would want to put your build specialization on this one, to be honest. Maybe defense, go with that. Try and get, I don't even know, man. Like this is already just a pretty well balanced build. Like the only category you're necessarily weak in is shooting, and I wouldn't even consider it weak, because as long as you know what you're doing and you're not just shooting every ball you get from the half court mark, bro, you're gonna be able to sink them regardless. So that's why I went with the 78 stat, because you just got to know how to play your build, man. Like I said, bro, I'm not out here copying other people's builds, bro. I'm trying to give y'all the best builds you could possibly have, like most efficiently, because you don't need a 7-footer rocking 99 3-point, bro. Like it's not worth it. But if you do want a big man that can shoot, make sure you look at this next center build for y'all. I didn't mean to do that, but I did it for every other build, so fuck it. So we got Chris Webber, we got Evan Mobley, we got Anthony Davis, and our build archetype is the back line rim running dunker. Our weakness on this one is lacks imposing physicality. I assume that's because he's pretty lightweight, but that's all good because we're blocking everything, we're rebounding everything, we're dunking everything, and we're shooting when we need to shoot. So this is a power forward build for y'all, and let's hop straight into the center build. Let's waste no more time. Now this build, this is our 5th build of the video. This one's going to be a little bit different, because this is the build I've been using, you know, ever since I got off my 6'6" guard and I hopped on this 7'1" center, which is going to be the height of this one. Man, this build is insane. This is the build. If you have to make one build from this video, bro, use this one. Trust me. So let's hop straight into it. Waste no more time. This video's been dragging on long enough, man. I put 5 builds as quickly and possibly as quick as I possibly could for y'all in this video, because I want y'all to rock with these builds. You know, I really hope you do, and if y'all don't, then y'all don't, but y'all are missing out. So we're gonna go with that 227 weight. We're gonna go with the 7'1" wingspan to match our height. All right, so I'm gonna go straight down the list for this one. Our close shot, we're gonna be rocking with a 75. Our driving layup, we're gonna be rocking with a 72. Let me pull up these badges just so y'all can see as we go along. Now this one's a little bit different from every other build in this video, in the sense that the driving dunk is not an 89. It's only at an 80. And you know, since I do have experience playing on this build, I can tell you it's not the craziest at driving dunks. I'm not gonna lie to you, but it can do it. You know, like if you're not going for stupid contact dunks, you know, over 3 opponents, bro, you'll be having your driving dunks no problem. But the standing dunk is where this shines, because we're rocking a 90 on this one. Now the standing dunk, you're gonna be able to do it, jam it in almost every single time. That post control 67, yup. Now this is where it gets a little bit interesting, because there's 2 ways you could go with this center build, right? So the way I did it is I just brought my shit straight up to 90 for that gold set shot. Not only because you get it at 89, but I don't really know what bonuses you get from it being at 90, besides, you know, obviously just being slightly better. But that's what I'm rocking with. I'm rocking with the 90, bro. And we're gonna keep that midi at a 80, and we're even gonna keep the free throw at a 65. This is not like a rec build, but it could be, you know, if you want to tweak it, bring it up. None of these builds are rec focused because I'm not a rec player personally. I don't mess with the rec. Fuck the rec. Speed with ball, we're gonna max that out at 57. Now, we're a big man, bro. We're a 7'1" big. That's a 93-point shot. Like, you're still gonna be able to dribble the ball. Like, in my experience, bro, as long as you know what you're doing, you have the right dribble moves equipped, you're gonna be able to do whatever you want against defenders. That pass accuracy, though, look at that, 84. This is our best pass accuracy in the video. This man, gold dimer, gold versatile visionary, silver break starter. This dude's cracked. You could even get the bronze bailout, but I don't recommend that because you don't want to be bailing out your shots in the first place. If you're going for a shot, bro, you might as well stick it all the way through. Don't try to pass out of it. You're going to be throwing terrible passes and your teammates are just going to get mad at you. All right, so the interior defense. So I know all the other builds, we went to 85 on our defenses. We're going to be rocking 88 on this one. The perimeter, we're going to be bringing up to a 62 because you are going to find yourself on the perimeter occasionally, and we are going to be getting access to that bronze immovable enforcer, and I feel like it's just a good badge to have if I'm being quite honest with you. Now our steal is not going to be crazy at all on this build, but you are still able to get steals, you know, I would say just about as good as a fucking anybody with a 79, bro, because that's just how steal is this year. Now, this is where it gets a little bit crazy, and this is what I want to tell y'all what I did with my build specialization on this build. So naturally, I'm going to put it at a 90, but so far, I've already put 3 cat breakers on my main build, but I'm going to max it out at a 95 once I get access to the other 2 cat breakers. So that's completely up to y'all whether y'all want to put your build specialization here just to save yourself a couple natural cat breakers, but I'm putting all my regular cat breakers in here so far. I'm not so sure what I'm going to put my build specialization on yet, but that's just for the time being. So let's get into this rebounding. Defensive rebound, easy 85, and we're going to bring up our O rebound up to a 70. Y'all can feel free to, you know, flip-flop it if you want, depending on what modes you're going to be playing, but I find that a higher defensive rebound works for me personally. Our speed, 70, still not slow, bro. We're a 7'1", still at a 70 speed. So I think that's pretty good if you ask me. We're gonna rock with the 58 agility. We're gonna rock with the 84 strength. Just look at these badges when they go up, bro. Gold post lockdown, silver brick wall. We got that bronze immovable enforcer, like I said. We got to have bronze post powerhouse. We got that bronze physical finisher, bro. And then we're gonna bring our vert up to an 80, and we get gold high flying denier. We got gold rise up. Y'all can bring those up to legend if you want. You could even, you know, since we're not the craziest driving dunk, you could bring up your posterizer to gold with a +2, silver with a +1. Bro, this is my favorite build of the year so far, if I'm being completely honest with you. Now I know the stats don't look as crazy as some of the other builds, but man, is this build kinda insane. And like I could even load up on my main version of this build. The shades, we got Kristaps Porzingis, we got Victor Wembanyama, we got Miles Turner. Bro, let me just like I'm gonna load up for y'all right now, and I'm gonna show y'all what this build can do. I'm not gonna play game or nothing. I just want to show y'all the badges because I've made this exact build. This is literally a screenshot of what I'm going off of me and my attributes on this. So just look at the badges on here. We'll go here. No, we'll just go through. We'll go through our available badges. So look at all these on gold. Every single one on gold. We got Paint Patroller, Hall of Fame with a +1. Got Rebound Chaser with a +2, Hall of Fame. Our tier 2s. Got all these on gold, bro. And then we got, what is that? On a 7'1" build. Hall of Fame limitless range, brother. Crazy. And I went with the silver posterizer because I felt like the gold would be a little bit overkill, and I also wouldn't be able to get, Is it this one or is it's a +2? Yeah, it's a +2, and I'd rather have the Hall of Fame Limitless Range because this is a shooting build. This isn't as much of a contact driving dunk build, you feel me? But just look at this, bro. Like, how much more can I say? Yeah, we don't have any legend badges, but the amount of Hall of Fame badges and the amount of gold badges we have, bro. Almost all of our badges are gold badges. We have like 2 silver badges. But yeah, that's pretty much gonna wrap up this video this time around, man. I hope y'all did enjoy, and I really hope that y'all did take one of these builds from this video. And if y'all did, make sure you leave me a nice little comment in the section below. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. I hope y'all stuck around for the whole thing. If y'all did, I'll go ahead and give you some animations for this big. I'll give y'all a jump shot for him. This could also work for the last man. Maybe, possibly. So we got Michael Porter Jr., Beluba, Charles Bassey. We got 55-45, Push. We got, yeah, bro. Yeah. And I'll even show y'all like the playmaking moves. Feel free to pause the video. Look at everything you want from here. I'm not going to be doing this with every build, obviously, because I honestly haven't played on all these builds, but I've played very similar builds to them, and I can tell you for a fact that they are all good builds. And, you know, feel free to try any of them, because I guarantee you will see success with any build you see in this video. I'm going to be staying in the lab for y'all, though. Don't get me wrong. I'm labbing every single day on this game, bro. I've been putting everything into this. Like, I have way too much time on it. I'm not going to lie to you. But if y'all want to see some more build videos, I would not mind cooking up even more for y'all, but y'all just gotta let me know. But hey man, it's Tyler 2K, and I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one, so y'all stay safe.